Well, with the holidays behind us, January can feel like the gloomiest month of the year. I've always said that. Add in the cold weather, short days, and seeing less friends and family, it's no surprise that many people find themselves feeling blue. Therapist Nya B is with us this morning to share some ways to fight that miserable feeling. Good morning. Thank you for being here with us.
How are you?
I'm good. I came out in the cold at 3 a.m. so I'm feeling the, it's called SAD, right?
Yes, seasonal affective disorder.
Seasonal affective disorder. So
Yes.
Tell us about that and what that is.
It is a moment of sadness. It's prolonged sadness that is triggered with the colder months. So typically between January and March, you start to feel a little sad, or you might want to just take some time to yourself. You feel sleepy, isolated, you don't want to be bothered, you don't want to engage in most activities. Most of the time your spirit's low, or you're just very, very lethargic. And that typically happens when the season changes or it gets colder.
And so what are some ways, I think a lot of people are realizing what you're saying is touching them. How do you work on that? How do you fix that? How do you feel better?
I think it's important to know what the effects of the colder months have on the body. So you have an increase in melatonin. So naturally you're going to be sleepy, you're going to be tireder, and then the days are shorter. So when the sun goes down, your body gets tired. Your brain kind of shuts down a little bit. Your impulses become a little slower, and your reaction time is a little lower. That just happens in general. So in order to beat that, you want to try to stay active, spend a lot of time with friends, be intentional about light, because light is so important. It wakes the brain up. So you want to open up the shades at work, you want to open up the shades at home, and just make sure that you're getting as much light as possible and being as active as possible.
Yeah. And I was telling you, I love to learn about stuff like this, because the more you know why these things are happening, not only can you prevent them or do things to fix them, but you can forgive yourself a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. I think sometimes people think, oh, it's wintertime, I'm depressed, I don't feel good. They think something's wrong with them. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with you. This is naturally what happens when colder temperatures hits the body. You're going to be extremely tired, and you're going to start to feel a little different. So you have to be intentional about feeling better.
Yeah. And so for people or maybe parents that see their loved ones going through this, is there a way that you can help that person?
Yes, get them up out the house, invite them over, go sit with them, get in their business a little bit more, just so they can, feel like they're a part of something and not feel so alone, because naturally that's just what happens. So you have to be intentional about making them feel included and invited. And then when you get those invites, go. Make sure you get up and go.
That's the hard part.
Yes.
Is when you're feeling those things, you don't want to go, and you don't want to be around people, and you start to push people away, but you can't.
Exactly. But then when you realize you get there, you're like, oh, this felt great. Keep at it.
Yeah.
Keep at it.
So it's called the January blues. It's called seasonal affective disorder.
Seasonal affective disorder is the technical term for it, but we call it January blues because January is when it's colder, it's gloomier, the sun's not shining as much, and we're like, so yeah, seasonal affective disorder.
And the thing I think is most important, it's normal. That's normal.
Very much so.
If you're feeling that way, it's okay.
It's okay.
And there's ways to fix it. All right, well, thank you, Nya B, so much for being here
You're
with
welcome.
us. We will post this segment following the show at KMOV.com/greatday. So if there is someone that you're thinking of when you hear this, you can share that video with them and share some ways to make it better.
Good plan. I think we've all felt it, right? To a degree or two. But I got a new acronym now. It's GITB. Get in their business.
Get in their business.
Sometimes Nya says you just got to get in their business. Get it moving. Thank you, ladies, very much.